Welcome to Pod Return to the Waking Sands. We are a Final Fantasy XIV companion podcast where we explore the lore and story of Hydaelyn and beyond. My name is Jen, and I am joined by my co-host and researcher.
I'm Levi.
Hi, Levi.
Hello, Jen.
What's up? You got a cat?
I do have a cat.
Oh, look at him all curled up. Whoa, where'd go baby?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just go baby.
Well, Jen, that's how we are right now. And today, what we're doing is playing through the MSQ up to the quest Forbidden Knowledge.
Ooh.
Jen, what happened last time?
Last time, we made our way into Sharlayan, made friends with the Gobbies, did some chores, did a lot of chores, and earned the right to pass into the western side of the area.
That was it. Good job, Jen.
Pretty much, yeah.
Having ingratiated ourselves with Idleshire, they are now going to blow up this barricade that blocks the way to the western portion, also known as the Answering Quarter. This is the most Sharlayan portion of the colony, formerly hosting scholarly pursuits and the Arboretum. So we assemble next to the barricade and find that the goblins have covered it with bombs. Y'shtola begins to lay out our next course of action. All right, so we have to go here, here, and here to find Master Matoya, but we realize that the Gobbies are sprinting away from us, having lit the bombs. We look behind us, see the bombs, and then our Warrior of Light looks back to Y'shtola and Alphino for direction, like we do, and see them sprinting away too, and we're like, oh shit, and we book it just in time as the barricade explodes in an enormous explosion.
It's a fitting end to our, it's not an end to our time with the Gobbies, but it's a fitting closing of this particular chapter with the Gobbies.
And this is why you need rules, Idleshirians.
You can use bombs. We get it. It's your thing. But maybe tell us, hey, I'm going to light like 7 bombs right now.
Yes. Maybe put up some safety barricades.
Something. Pass out some goggles. I don't know. Y'all got some goggles. We don't. We're just
correct.
Fleshy flesh.
With that, we set off, and we proceed to skip the entirety of the zone right to Master Matoya's cave. Jen, this zone is criminally underutilized by the MSQ. This is the only whiff of Sharlayan that we get for quite some time, and you'd think that the abandoned ruins of this scholarly nation would be full of tantalizing tidbits, but the MSQ ignores it near completely, and the side quests here are predominantly Gobby hijinks. It's such a weird inclusion having this whole zone which the game just skips past entirely.
I hate it. I love this area though.
Yeah.
But that's why I hate that. I hate that you can't go into any of these buildings. There's nothing going on. There aren't little pockets of like Gobby merchants or I don't know. It just feels like I'm a kid looking through a pet shop window. Can we go in and pet the puppies? No.
No, you must walk past it.
No, we're going to the bank today. Like, God damn it.
Master Matoya's cave is the bank.
The bank.
This whole zone, Master Matoya and Y'shtola's character development here are valuable to the game as a whole. And of course, Matoya is a delight. But for the purposes of the Heavensward MSQ, this is such a broad but short diversion that I think the Heavensward narrative suffers for its inclusion. Like, they could have skipped past all this stuff and kept us on the actual plot thread, but instead we're doing this wide-ass detour that takes us not very long at all, and then we're back to it for some reason. I don't know. It's very strange, and it feels like they didn't really have anything to do in this zone. At the same time, though, we're so far afield now from the actual Heavensward plot with the Archbishop and so on that it feels like a time warp.
Expansion.
Exactly, yeah. So anyway, those takes aside, we traverse through more Sharlayan ruins and descend down to a stream interspersed with natural rock columns that support a hanging cliff overhead. And we pass by some river critters, including these little hat-wearing magic frogs. Curious. And Y'shtola pauses near a blank rock face labeled Icy Wall.
We're underneath one of the big collapsed bridges, and this area down here is so cool. But it is like it's a spooky cave with some rivulets and things and animals down there. And we do see some signs of a Matoya residency. We have like a kind of a meandering pathway with split planks and some lanterns and the paragos. And it's like something's going on here, like a little herb garden that's fenced with some sticks and branches. And Y'shtola, I think, is having a great time watching us figure out or try to figure out what's going on.
She's so coy.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that's a blank wall? Well.
Oh, well.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Before she gives us instructions on how to enter, she warns us Matoya's temperament as a quote-unquote stubborn genius is difficult on the best of days, and her continued isolation has likely done nothing to improve it. And not only that, but will be contending with sentinels and traps, so keep your weapon at the ready. And as promised, when we go touch the icy wall, 3 paragos appear to block our path. A deterrent for the average intruder, but not for the warrior of light. And so Y'shtola then raises her hand, and the massive, like the whole wall, the whole fucking stone face slides across, revealing Matoya's lair beyond. Whatever your imagination had conjured to visualize the dank cave dwelling of a brilliant hermit witch is likely correct. And I can't disagree that it isn't cliche or expected, but I still delight in this environment. And obviously Matoya herself. There are ornate carpets layered on the floor, stacks of books in every corner, obedient ensorcelled brooms keeping everything tidy. And then there's, we should probably insert Matoya's, their first little bit of dialogue, because I mean, there's something really magical about Matoya's voice actress.
Yes.
It's fantastic. And I forgot, like, until getting there, I'm like, oh, Matoya's so awesome. Missed her.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
But there's clear joy between the two women at their reunion, and you can sense how Y'shtola's fiery spirit was both endearing and frustrating for her mentor when she was a kid.
It's actually kind of sad. I don't want to talk about it now because I think it comes up in later content, but there is a detailed kind of tragic backstory between these two. And I'm pretty sure Jin's giving me a blank stare.
Oh, I don't remember it. I mean, the side quest.
Not the side quest here.
Yeah, this kind of tugged on your heartstrings a little bit, but nothing that was like a backstory.
There's a different story here, and I swear it's in the game, but I don't recall when or if I'm imagining it. But
I'm sure it's brought up at some point.
I will tell you at the end in case people want to skip over it out of caution. How about that?
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Now, Matoya looks at Alfino like, oh, who's this in the fancy duds? Oh, you must be Louis Soir's. Like, oh, you're one of the Leviers, aren't you? You must be Louis Soir's granddaughter. He's like, grandson, actually. So you knew my grandfather, did you? And she sure did, she says. They were constantly at each other's throats. But our Matoya knows that our visit isn't merely a social call, and Alfino gets down to business. Tells her all, why we're here. The Etheric Ram, blah, blah, blah. Aziz La. I never thought I'd hear that name again. Matoya knows of the place only through musty old tomes, but that was enough to understand the true horrors of the place. The Elegons launched the islands just before the collapse of their society, and they used the facility to research ways to control the realm's most powerful beings, dragons and primals. Quote, Such secrets as lie buried on Azazla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Yeah, dragon baiting.
Amazing. Correct, Alfino says. And not only that, but the Asians are involved as well. And with that, Matoya is so in. I think her answer is like, well, okay, or something like that. And Y'shtola is like, whoa, such enthusiasm, without a bit of sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like, this is a huge this is a huge moment for Matoya.
It's like Jin. When Jin likes something, she's like, yeah, I'll do that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm like, yippee on the inside. So, 50 years ago, when Garlemald first annexed Ilsabard, the scholars of Old Charlian gave Matoya a task to develop an etheric converger. And, we can surmise what that means. It collects ether into a concentrated force. An etheric ram, the exact thing we're here for. Amazing, look at that. But when she was done, the Forum, capital T, capital F, deemed it too dangerous to use, fearing it would destroy them rather than their enemies. And this infuriated Matoya, and she gathered up, out of pettiness, pure pettiness, and she'll admit this to you, gathered up all of her research, sealed it away. Like, you guys get none of this, ever. And Y'shtola calls her out on this admission. Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind? That how it is used depends on us? Busted. But her hypocrisy, Matoya argues, was evidence of how sick and tired she was of the spineless wretches of the Forum. In any case, may we have her research? Sure thing. You just need to retrieve it from the forbidden section of the Great Library. And Y'shtola is like, great, cool, we can do that. Let's go. We all turn around to leave. And Matoya is like, not so fast. You don't expect that you can just waltz on in now, do you?
Good voice, Jin. Good job.
Just a little yodel. Y'shtola then remembers that the library has guardians and very likely still stalk the halls. Everybody left, but these guys are just still, typical Golem sentinels. They're just going to work until forever. Matoya doesn't imagine that we'll have any difficulty, and if we do, we have no right to control something as powerful as an etheric ram. And she's also giving us 2 familiars to help us out. A Parago to be our guide and to grab the tome once they're in there, and one of her brooms to let us in. Broomsy, which is a great name, is an extraordinarily polite enchanted broom who gives us directions to the doors of the Great Gooble Library. Like the other buildings around the colony, the structure still stands, but is slowly being overwhelmed by vegetation. And Broomsy laments the lonely nature of the building, a once proud monument to knowledge that now lacks even the gentle caress of a broom across its floors. And the Great Gooble Library is now open to us.
Yep. And that's the MSQ. We
That's
are
it.
done with the Dravanian hinterlands.
If you'd like to get in touch with us, you
Oh my
can
goodness.
at podreturn.
Well, as before, the meat of the zone is contained within the side quests, and there's so much more to do.
It really is. It's better than the MSQ.
Yes, true and true.
I don't think my main character ever did these quests.
That's why we're doing this in part, Jin, to go explore all these little side tributaries and so on, because there is far more here on the side than on the main.
Yeah, 75% of my notes were on the side quest.
Of course. Well,
quests.
My favorite quest line here, Jin, is from a Parago named Saro Rago. These Paragos, and to a lesser extent the Brooms, are living a nightmare. They are sentient, servile creatures that are bestowed with intelligence for the sole purpose of servitude. And this poor frog thinks that he is defective, incompetent, and clumsy. So he fears that he's going to be discarded and consequently lose his sentience. And so now he's up against a wall, and he will do anything to justify his continued existence.
That's terrifying.
It is. Again, this is fucked
This is some
up.
like Flowers for Algernon shit.
This frog is a drama queen. Woe is me, Ribbit. Woe is me.
Oh, he's so cute.
And we're like, what's wrong, little froggy? Oh, what? You're talking to me? Well, since you're asking, Mistress Matoya will have my hide. Having failed at all other tasks, the sole job that I have remaining is to collect tea leaves from Matoya's garden and make her tea. But it's been invaded by bugs, so will we please clear them out?
No problem, dude. So we clear out the pests from the garden so he can safely collect the tea leaves from Matoya, and Sararago is very grateful. So now he can go back to his chores, which are harvesting and making tea. In his words, he's incompetent and clumsy, unlike all of the others, which I don't believe you, man. And he desperately wants to be useful, so Matoya bade him serve her tea 7 times a day, which I feel is excessive. But he can't even, this is him talking like he can't even manage that on his own. He's really talking himself down here.
He wants to do something to kind of secure his existence. He wants like insurance.
Job security, yeah.
Exactly. So he bids us to ask the brooms for what it is that Matoya most desires. Because if he can do this for her, then he's guaranteed to keep his sentience.
Yes.
He will not have his mind taken from him.
I mean, his nightmare is to become just a normal ass, mindless, non-talking toad again.
Yep.
It's a nightmare.
And so we embark upon a puzzle quest. Each quest step gets a disclaimer. Should you choose to undertake this quest, you will receive no guidance from the journal or the duty list. You will need to read the text carefully and decipher the clues to determine your next course of action. And from time to time, the writers put one of these quests in here where they do away with the quest markers and make you figure something out. This quest line is very gentle. There are far more opaque ones of the same genre in the game, but this quest line is P-easy.
Yes, but I also really welcome the fact that they don't, like, there's so many of these little whatevers. They give you hints as if you are kind of deciphering a riddle.
Uh-huh.
But there is never a riddle. They dangle this carrot in front of us like, hey, this is something cool you're going to have to figure out. No, we just look at the map, go to the orange circle. Boom, done.
Yep.
No orange circles here. I really enjoyed that. It wasn't hard, like you said, at all. But I like, hey, you know, I'm a talking sentient toad. I can do things.
Yeah. That is what Jen is. Yes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah.
So we get to work on pulling those brooms. These brooms are very fun. They open up with backwards speech, then go swish, swisharoo every time you talk to them. And during this quest, they all say, or knowledge seeks no man.
Yeah. Namaanskins egdelwank?
They then proceed with their actual request after their little cryptic backwards intro. So we have to solve 3 broom riddles here. One broom wants to go exploring, but fears ending up somewhere with no dust.
Oh my god, I went and I got broom, like 2 pages worth of broom. Were there other side quests that you did?
Yes.
All right, well, let me do these then.
Did you only do the side quest?
I did this whole series of them, which was a lot.
Did you go back
it was
to
3 pages of notes?
Idleshire?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Oh, wow. There are so many side quests in Idleshire, Jen.
Oh, my fucking God.
Wow,
I was like, this was enough of a story that I'm like, this is
huge, but there are so many more side quests that pop up.
This is the good one.
This is the good one. Jen is saying that without any comparison, but I still agree.
I couldn't possibly imagine that there's a one that competes with this.
There is not.
Thank you.
So, Jen, please take it away with your 2 pages of broom notes.
Okay, great. Perfect. All right. So the first broom that I speak to is the straightforward broom. This broom has a desire for knowledge of its own before it will share its knowledge with us. And again, that knowledge is, what does Matoya desire most of this entire world so that Sararago can give it to her? And this broom is also fascinated by ether and the life stream. Streams of it go round and round the world like a great tangle of ribbons. But when you ride the life stream, where do you end up? What if you stop somewhere with no dust to sweep? So a safety measure is necessary, something that will guide it home no matter where it is. Such things used to be all over Charlian, sparkly, glowy, angular. And the broom wants a piece of one. Well, this is an Ethernet shard, or a shard of an Ethernet shard. So we return with an ether shard.
A shard of a shard is still a shard, Jin.
Okay, great. A smaller shard. Thank you for mansplaining that. We return with the shard, and the straightforward broom is happy to know that no matter where it may find itself in the rivers of ether, it could always find its way back. And now it will share with us what Matoya has shared with it regarding her research of ether. Matoya has spent her life attempting to unravel the secrets of ether. But wealth is a thing to be shared, and Matoya has spread her knowledge amongst his brother brooms and their distant cousins, the tomes. But, did you want to hear about Matoya's desires? Unfortunately, she's never told us any such things, so ta-ta. Good talking to you. Well, I mean, we did learn something, I suppose, but it wasn't what we wanted. So, broom number 2, here we go. The self-possessed broom enjoys looking at bridges. Fat bridges, skinny bridges, bridges made of rocks, tough bridges, rickety bridges, even bridges with pigeon flocks. And a bird once told it that there's the tiniest wooden bridge somewhere to the west, near the cliffs. And if we want its knowledge, then we must find this little bridge. The little bridge in question is a fallen log that spans 2 small outcroppings. And the broom is delighted by this and hopes to someday dust this bridge. And as promised, they will share the secrets of Matoya's most prized possession, her crystal eye. And the crystal eye allows Matoya to see beyond the physical world into the ether and the worlds within. And it wonders if it would allow the broom to see behind these shelves. Who knows how much dust is collected there? Oh, did you want some information about Matoya's desires? Unfortunately, Matoya has never shared that information with me. Bye-bye. Okay, well, again, a little something. Not what we wanted. Third broom. The statuesque broom is a finder of filth and a pursuer of purity. What they would like is something that is the opposite of dry, dusty dirt. Pure, untainted water. If we follow the stream that feeds the pool in the center of the answering quarter, we will be led to a spring. Bring them a bit of this water, and if it's as pure as they say, it will give us the knowledge that we're asking for. And when we return, the statuesque broom gazes at the water in the bucket. Amazing! I can see right through it! Sometimes I can't even tell whether it's there or not. However, being confronted by this supposedly perfect water, it's underwhelming for the broom. It is just water at the end of the day. Legend speaks of a water which surpasses all waters in beauty. It is unattainable to we brooms who possess no face. It is said that men have it, but not once has Mistress Matoya shown hers to us. Perhaps her well has run dry. The broom knows that we possess this water, and if we show it to them, they will share their knowledge. And it took me a hot second to figure out what to do here, but I cry. I cry in front of the broom. They are enraptured. Be still, my rustling bristles! This water of legend is our tears, and the word comes to him, finally. And the broom tells us a bit of what it knows about Matoya and Charlian history. When she was doing her research back in the day, the Forum repeatedly stymied her efforts in the name of their so-called laws. That's what they said, says the broom, but it's more likely driven by spite and envy. And the broom understands how that must have felt for Matoya, like when it gets dust stuck between its bristles and can't shake it loose. Oh, right, you wanted to know about Matoya's desires. Ugh, well, I can't help you there. She's never told us that information, but have a nice day. Well, when we turn to Rago, and he's eager to find out what we've learned from the Brotherhood of Brooms. While we learned a great deal about his mistress, there's nothing by way of her personal desires that would help him become a better servant. But Sararago has one more avenue to pursue. There's another broom. A broom that Matoya keeps outside, that she summons with a special incantation. Sararago believes that this broom, because it's a special broom that lives outside, must have more information than the house brooms. And now we have to talk to the Brotherhood of Brooms again to figure out how we get in touch with this fourth broom. So the straightforward broom knows of the other broom, for she is his sister. They were born from the same wood. But he hasn't seen her in a while. Maybe his brother brooms know where she is. The statuesque broom is helpful to a point. He knows of the incantation. It's simply saying the name of that which is dearest to Matoya, but what that thing is, I forget. And finally, we come to see the self-possessed broom. And he says that Matoya enjoys a number of things. You know, her research of ether, her herb garden. But he can say with certainty, the one thing she hates the most is Y'shtola. Matoya talks about anything and everything, but almost makes it a point to avoid talking about Y'shtola at all. And someone wouldn't do that if they liked them, right?
Yeah, so the answer is obviously Y'shtola.
Obviously Y'shtola. So Sararago, he believes that we have enough information in all of that to give me some words to throw out into the universe. You know, one of them will stick.
Yeah,
so,
books, knowledge.
Yeah. Herb garden.
Tea.
Apparently. So off to the bottom of the bridge we go, but I only need one word. Y'shtola. And I yell it out, and soon there's the sound of sweeping nearby. It worked.
This is a little puzzle here because you're on the stairs. You can hear a sweeping sound. It looks like nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
But if your sound's off, then get fucked, I guess, because there's like the faintest little sweeping sound that comes in from the periphery. And you're like, where's this thing?
A little dialogue box will pop up and tell you hear the sound of sweeping, but you also hear the sound of sweeping.
Yep.
But you go just right under the stairs, and she's right under the stairs. This is the serendipitous room. She has been successfully summoned, but she has nothing to offer me. All that Matoya ever imparted to her were her memories of a young Y'shtola. The warmth of her hands, her determined countenance, her blossoming into a woman grown, every mundane conversation they shared, her sudden departure, the painful farewell. These memories are painful, but precious for Matoya, so she gave them all to this broom and commanded that she stay hidden. And with that, the conversation is over. It seems like it's almost hurtful for the broom to talk about it, too. So we go back, and Sararago is croaked, that we were able to summon the broom. But his enthusiasm quickly fades when he realizes he can't become Y'shtola. He can't become anything. He's doomed to be a speechless, mindless toad. And if he is going to become a toad and live outside in the Delta, it would be nice if the area's predators were thinned somewhat so he can be a simple toad without fear. He asks us to kill 3 Opkens. I mean, I believe Sararago has other options besides resigning himself to becoming just a basic ass amphibian. But, you know, killing 3 Opkens, that's the least we can do for you now, bro. That's fine. But he was right to have us get rid of these things. They are terrifying. They're like Creature from the Black Lagoon, but the sumo version. So we go back and we tell him the good news. Hey, he's glad to know that he can be a mindless toad in peace. Well, I suppose this is it. Perhaps we'll meet again at a muddy pond or in a swath of swamp grass. Please be careful that you don't accidentally step on me. There's nothing for it. There's no use. None at all. No use in cheering me up. And he kind of looks back like, all right, this is where you cheer me up. So I attempt a /rally. Is it a / or a backslash?
I think it's /.
/rally. I mean, he turns around and he's like, you're very kind. What?
You're being too creative there.
What?
You chose rally as the first option.
It takes me a second. I'm like, yeah, well, that's typically what I do to other people in the game, where they need a little, like, a little pick me up, a little, a psyche zhuzh. But he's like, thank you. You're very kind. There's no hope for me, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. How about a soothe? It'll be okay, man. No. Also, not what he's looking for. Okay, maybe I need to confront him with some doubt. Like, hey, you're full of shit. Get your act together. Like, I don't think this is, I don't think you're doomed at all, man. That obviously doesn't work.
Your doubt won't cheer him up, that's for sure.
So I'm still not getting through, and I'm thinking too hard.
I assume it says it like every time, right? It's like, he says, that won't cheer me up.
Something like that, but it doesn't register me. I'm like, that no, there's other ways we can coax. I don't know what I'm trying to coax out of him. But then I literally just cheer for him, which also, like, that's awkward, right? Just like, woohoo, yeah, Sararaga, woo! As opposed to saying, like, man, come on, no, you're better than this, you got this. Like, that to me seemed more appropriate.
You're not wrong, but
thank you.
You're overthinking
That's all.
it too.
You can stop talking. So he turns around and he says, thank you, kind adventurer, for believing in me. I was bogged down in the quagmire of despair, but you have set my cold weavekin blood to boiling with determination. And he holds his head high and he promises to march right over to Matoya and demand to know her heart's most fervent desire. But maybe after we go first and soften her up. But I'll be right behind you. So we go over to Matoya and we would like to have a word with you if we may. And she is amenable. So Sararago makes his request. Oh, venerable mistress, your humble servant comes before you to beg a boon. I would know your heart's desire, Ribbit. Pray speak it unto me, and I shall see it fulfilled. What's brought this on? Are you afraid I'd turn you back into a normal toad or something? Which is fucking hilarious. Well, I'm sorry, but I've got no desires. None at all. Nay, there's not left of me but my pride. I poured my heart and soul into my research. Passionate as I was, I invariably clashed with those around me. But even as these clashes served to stoke the fires of my motivation, they walled me off from the rest of the world. And here I am. This cave is my home now, but ere long, it will become my tomb. I'll die and turn into bones amidst this gloom, and none will be the wiser. There's nothing I desired. I'm just an old woman awaiting death. And this is not okay for Sararago. His kind and wise mistress deserves so much better. Ah! He will make sure that her research and knowledge is made known to the world, so all might recognize her brilliance. Ooh, don't do that, Matoya says. If I wanted that, I wouldn't be living in a cave. And if anyone wants my knowledge, they'd have to find my cave, move the rock wall, and deal with my minion sentinels. It's not happening. So, there's really nothing then? Clearly this little Parago isn't giving up. And Matoya finally gives him a task. When she dies, he is to close her eye, the one that sees all, and find her hidden broom, I'm sure he knows about it, and lay it by her side. Absolutely, Sararago can do these things. This is a task of great honor. And this is it. This is his moment. Done deal. And after a minute, Matoya realizes that he's just standing there. Well, is there something else? No, he says. He's just staying put. So he knows the moment she draws her last breath and can perform his duty. I'm not gonna die in a hurry, you dolt. No, stop standing about and go make me some tea. And that's the end of that.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome. And that's aside from Feltsmox, because you know I did the Feltsmox quest.
I was afraid you did, yes.
She's my girl. She
But
found a fish yet?
I'm gonna guess that you did not do the other Feltsmox quests because they go back through Idleshire. Oh,
Yeah,
look at that. You
I
did
did.
her dirty.
No, again, I left Idleshire behind. That's it. No quests in Matoya's cave.
So you went down to see Feltsmox fishing and killed some shit, and that was that.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. So excited to learn about the shit that you did.
Yeah. Well, I expected to knife fight Eugen over the irrelevance of these like tasky-ass side quests with a few cute gobby quips in them, but apparently I don't have to.
I may still knife fight you. We'll see.
Despite not knowing what you're missing. But there is one other large storyline here, which is about Idleshire. It's part 2 of the one we did last time with Slowfix and Quick Dripwicks.
So trying to figure out the rules.
Yes and no. It's not like a sequel. It just follows along that. It's an evolution.
Okay.
That's what we'll say.
Okay.
But also, Jen, I was like legit mad at this side quest, and I was hoping that you would be the sweet to my salty, but apparently you get all salt listeners because Jen did not do it. But I was actually like, God damn it, during doing this thing, I just wanted to be done at a certain point, and it kept going and going and going.
Oh, no.
This went half an hour past the time I was done with it. Because you have to go into the city and out of the city, and into the city and out of the city, into the city and out of the city.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps on fucking going. So anyways, Jen, enjoy my pure salt over this shit, but either way, it must be said because this is the main concluding quest of Idleshire, at least for now. We begin with our Rogadan treasure hunter named Midnight Dew, who tells us that a couple refugees are having a hard time fitting in, and would we go and help them out? So we head to the corner of the city where these guys have actually like physically distanced themselves from the rest of the Idleshirians, I don't know. And we find an odd couple, a big row man named Notched Bone and a Lala lady named Dedian or Didian. Didian, okay.
Notched bone? That's metal as hell.
Maybe he got his bone notched from this size mismatch, Jen.
Your mom notched my bone.
Thank you. I expect you to be more mortified by that joke, but very well.
By what joke?
My joke.
Sorry, say it again.
I said he got his bone notched from their size difference.
Oh my God.
You were so fixated upon yours, you missed that entirely.
It's an unfortunate thing. Like, if I have a thought, I have to desperately focus to maintain the thought. Otherwise, I'll lose it and I'll never get to say it again, which means that I'm not hearing anything else that's being said.
Understood. I know, Jen. We've met before.
Oh, that's disgusting. Anyway, what's going on with these two?
We go find them, and again, they are far apart from the rest of the city. They explain that they fled from Ul'dah after being victimized by some money-lending scam and ended up here after a period of prolonged wandering where they could not find a home.
Oh, were they still in Monet or something?
Monet?
It's spelled Monat. It's an MLM. It's a pyramid scheme.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sorry.
Not quite, but it doesn't matter also.
Also, it was jokes.
I know. Now we get a line from them here that will turn out to be explicit racism.
Oh.
They landed here after their long wanderings trying to find a home, and the people here took them in. When they got here, at first they were relieved to find a place that was safe to stay, but that was afore that we knew what sort of place this was. Let's just say we weren't impressed.
That's so rude.
They weren't impressed, Jen, because it turned out to be a bad neighborhood. It's got too many of, those types of people in it.
Oh, okay, so they're just ignorant. That's fine.
They are racist, Jen.
Okay.
Don't give them credit, Jen. You weren't there.
I'm sensing ignorance.
Now they're going to make their own cool place to live with hookers and blow. And would we please help them poach some adventurers from Idleshire
No.
so they have some new friends in their new home that's going to totally exist, we swear. In a very misguided fashion, we agree to help them to try and like poach these people who live here.
Maybe we agree so that we can maybe force their hand into becoming tolerant.
Yes, that is clearly our scheme.
Yeah.
Something that we're very capable of is like long engineered plots.
Yes.
We wander around for a bit and try our luck, and big surprise, nobody wants to move. They're happy here.
So where exactly, like, are these two trying to set up a colony?
We don't know. It does not exist. They're like, we'll find some other cool place with less goblins in it.
But they want to collect people from here before they move on.
Yes.
I got it.
But not the goblins, just the other people.
Sure. Yeah. Not those people.
We report our failure back to Notched Bone, and now we get the real story. What? He goes, nobody wants to move. Clearly, everyone's been brainwashed by these goblins, I tell you. We gotta find some proof that they're evil. Then everyone will come to their senses.
Jesus Christ.
That's a direct quote, Jen. Literally, that is the quote. And just dropping that shit, no context after saying nobody wants to move. So now we have to go investigate the goblins. Both Notched Bone and Didion saw a suspicious goblin doing a suspicious thing, so we have to go check on two goblins.
Oh my god.
Notched Bone saw one goblin going to the collector's quarter with some weapons, and it turns out they're going to go and clear out like a damselfly nest. Watch out.
Yeah, I can't believe we're entertaining this.
Then that's what I'm telling you, Jen. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is the quest for like an hour, pretty much.
Unreal. Then we're sitting there like skulking around, spying on our buddies.
We are doing that, yes, Jen.
I hate that.
Then Didion saw a goblin leaving with a group of people into the answering quarter. So we have to go and like spy on this goblin and like ask the people, "Are you okay? You can tell me if you're in danger."
Yeah, blink once for yes, two for no,
and
or something.
The goblin's giving a tour.
These goblins are silly, dude. They're silly. They make stuff.
After these disappointments, this pair is still on their bullshit, but they're so hungry they just can't think straight. This goblin gave them some jerky, but they won't touch it because it's definitely poisoned.
Oh my god.
But you know it's not poisoned, Jen. Crawler meat. Would we go and kill a crawler and bring back its meat?
Are you absolutely sure about that? They look poisonous as shit.
We do that and we go back to them and they say, "Cool, now go cook it." So we have to go to some fucking...
Shut up, we're so dumb.
We have to go to
we're such patsies.
Random bonfire. There are cook fires in Idleshire. But no, we have to go to like a random fucking bonfire in the Answerer's Quarter and go cook it there. Then we go back and they eat it. And they say, "Thanks for the crawler meat. Now please give this jerky back to the goblin that gave it to us." And guess what, Jen? This goblin is at the same bonfire that we were just at.
Oh my god.
Like 5 minutes ago.
Oh my god.
So we go back to the goblin again. Again, this is like 5 trips out of town already. And the goblin's like, "That's weird. And you say that you gave them crawler meat? Well, that's pretty scary because that gives us tummy hurts."
You fucking knew it.
So he gives us some gobby tea for their upcoming tummy pains. And we go and they're in such pain from the crawler meat they ate that they just drink the tea, no question. They feel better after all that stuff. And is this the turning point, Jin? No, it's not.
Oh my god.
Clearly, this goblin had some evil motivation.
Yeah, these people aren't going to find a home anywhere. They just are, they're too far gone. They suck.
They saw another goblin being suspicious. So let's go and spy on that goblin now. And this time, Notched Bone is going to go with us.
I'm glad I didn't do this because I still have some dignity.
It's true. Notched Bone comes with us, and we go outside the city, and he says, "All right, there's that goblin being all weird." We follow him, and we find a guy lying on the wall who's in pain. Notched Bone goes like, "What? That goblin hurt you? I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna run back to town and talk about how I'm gonna get him." The guy's like, "No, wait, you don't understand."
Oh my god.
So now we go back to town, and he's like, "All right, I saw the goblin going out again. Let's go follow him again."
Are you just going back and forth from Idleshire to the answering quarter?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
My God, it's
yes.
so annoying.
We follow the gobby further this time, and there's like dead birds on the ground. And he's like, "Oh, this is suspicious." Plus, the goblin has some rope on him. You know what rope does? Bad shit.
Yep.
Eventually, we find...
my mom ran away with a rope. Never saw her again.
We find the gobby who's under the bridge, the broken bridge, way down south now, Jen. And he's got this guy on the ground. And the guy's like, "Oof, ouch, I'm in pain." And Notched Bone's like, "I'm pretty scared, but we gotta stand up for this guy." So he rushes in, and the guy's like, "No, wait, don't do anything. It's a misunderstanding."
Oh my god. Use your words, motherfuckers.
This goblin, the gangly goblin, is giving a secret gobby massage, which is, quote, "very painful and somewhat embarrassing."
Oh my god, is this like colonoscopy or something? Like,
I don't know.
Turn your
Jen.
head and cough. You get the mysterious goblin massage, quote unquote.
This goblin was giving me this secret massage in private, so I'm not so embarrassed by it, but it works great.
This possibly be.
The joke is that we don't know, but...
Well, they were really coy about, like, falling dove or whatever in the culinarians shit, where it was like they were dancing around the fact that she was pregnant without ever saying it.
Sure.
Like, this has to be a reference to, like, something we know.
I think it's just vague for the purposes of being humorous. I don't think it's meant to be any one thing. It's like, what could it be that would be painful and embarrassing, but only somewhat embarrassing, not really embarrassing?
Yeah, check into the prostate.
Sure. Anyway, Notchbone goes like, okay, so it's a massage, but why are all these dead birds around? And you got that rope. Why do you have that rope? Okay, this guy was killing birds for me as payment and leaving them on the ground for reasons, I don't know. And he has the rope to tie the birds into a brace.
There you go.
There we go. That settles that. Now we're finally convinced that the gobbies are good. So we go back and talk to our guys back in Idleshire again. And they sure were wrong about those goblins, and they love living here now.
Oh my god.
Is this the end, Jen? No, it's not. Because now we have to go and help them become official citizens. These two have not gotten the memo that there's no rules here, so now we have to go and help them apply for citizenship.
It's real easy.
You just say, I live here now.
Yeah.
But no. We have to go and tell Slowfix that, they're too embarrassed about all their bullshit to talk to Slowfix, so we have to go and talk to Slowfix for them.
They should be ashamed.
And we tell Slowfix that these guys are sorry for all the trouble and they want to become citizens. And he's like, who are they again?
You laugh. That's so great.
Yeah, we can give them some citizenship papers, which totally exist. We have these somewhere. In the meantime, though, he got some mail for Notched Bone, so we have to go and deliver Notched Bone's mail back to him. And it's a letter from the loan shark. It says, I'm coming for my money, and I expect to get back every last gill.
Uh-oh.
Because it's a good idea to warn people who you're going to come and shake down.
100%, yeah. To whom it may concern.
So this couple...
Watch your ass!
This couple
Yours truly, Loan Shark.
now starts to freak out, and Notchbone is just going to bail rather than bring trouble to his new home. And he asks us to go and scout around for the guy. And we find this beefy moneylender outside the city just like waiting around. And he asks us, all right, so you seen that Notchbone guy anywhere? You better clear out if you know what I mean. So we go back now and tell him that the guy's here, and Notchbone freaks out, but Didian's like, we're not going to take this line down. We're going to rally the people of Idleshire to put up a defense. And we go to tell Slowfix what's going on. So we all group up outside the city except for Notchbone. So we got ourselves there, we got Didian, we got Slowfix, we have the massage recipient is there too. We're all facing down this one moneylender who is still on his bullshit, despite being like 5-1 outnumbered. You guys better give over Notchbone if you know what's good for you. But Slowfix says no. That's against the rules. Ahem. The rule. The most important rule of Idleshire is to respect friends. Notchbone is friend, and we will protect him. And the moneylender goes, all right, well, time for a beatdown. Do you know who I am? Do you know who you're messing with? The massage recipient goes, do you know who I am? And the moneylender gives a double take. Wait, I've seen your face before.
Uh-oh.
On the bounty posters. You're Edred, the White Thunder of Thanalan.
The White Thunder!
Edred gives us a speech. This is a curious city. They call it a free city for free people. And there's everyone from famed mercenaries to assassins too. Well, let's just say our little group here knows how to handle itself in a fight. The moneylender flips out. What is this godforsaken city? And he runs off.
Yeah.
So he's now scared.
Suck it, loser.
Now, Notchbone is safe and the city has stood together. Is this the end, Jen?
Oh my god.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, why?
We have to do one final thing. We talk to Slowfix and he's like, all right, let's go meet inside the city. So we go inside the city. And he says, thanks for meeting me. Now go back outside the city and go bring this envelope to Dripwix. So we have to go all the way back to the Architecton, Jen, and find Dripwix. This is like way in deep eastern.
Dripwix, stop hanging out at the Architecton. We have to save your ass over and over again.
We give Dripwix the paper thing and he stamps it with his seal. We go back to our guys now, to Notchbone and Didian, and hand them the paper thing. They open it up. They're like, all right, this paper says we recognize Notchbone and Didian as city friends of Idleshire. City has only one rule they must obey. Always respect friends. And we did it. They're now citizens, officially. The first actual citizens of Idleshire, I'm sure.
Yeah, with actual paperwork.
Yep, and the quest line is finally over. No more things.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying, Jen. That's the end.
Okay. All right. All right, so on to Feltzmox.
Oh my goodness.
So below the broken bridge connecting to the hinterlands, a familiar mask sits along the river. Feltzmox still hasn't caught a single fish, not even with the help of a giant sack of squiggly wogs. And she's getting very hungry. So she's convinced this time the issue is the nearby sun bears who come down to eat the fish and scare them away. So our task is to kill 4 of the sun bears and bring the meat back to her. And while Feltzmox would love to eat some fish, she's way too hungry to wait. She's going to eat the bear meat for now, and she goes back to fishing.
Is that the end, Jen?
For me, yes.
Goodness, Jen, you missed out on the Feltzmox extended universe. There are so many more Feltzmox side quests. She helps like fish up marbles and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of more kill shit for Feltzmox quests.
I love it. Poor little fish girl.
Too bad, Jen. You should have known that the side quests never end in Heavensward.
I didn't even going back to Idleshire was just like not on my radar. I was like, I've moved on spiritually.
Well, you miss the racist guys, so
I did miss the racist guys. Oh, I understand. I knew, obviously where that was going to go. But the fact that we're like, okay, let's go spy on some gobbies for it. Like, no. That's not how we help these people become enlightened.
We did, though.
I mean, they did become enlightened, but that was a complete accident.
We're playing the long game.
Not what we were just... Okay, great.
Anyway, any comments from you, Jen, before we wrap?
No, I'm just glad I finally did the broom.
Yeah.
The broom side quest.
That is very worth doing.
It was very, very sweet.
Yep.
It's not like Matoya is going to share too many things about her personal life and feelings.
It's really good. It's a really good way to share things about her in a way that does not break character.
Oh, it's just...
Yep. It's all very
precious.
Subtle, too. It's just like drip feeding lore to you and giving you shit that's actually like engaging to do between it. It's not like, all right, go kill 3 bugs, go kill 3 bears.
I find this tiny little wooden bridge and I'm like, ooh, what is it going to look like? Because I don't remember any of this.
Yeah.
Is it a tiny little like gnome bridge? Is it a log?
It
running
is a
across
log,
the thing.
yes.
Yeah, it was a log, and the brooms are all like, ooh, I hope to dust it one day. Man, maybe I can use that crystal eye to look behind these shells and see how much dust is gathered behind there. Am I right? Just fucking adorable.
All right. Well, Jen, next time we're doing the Great Google Library, Jen. But that'll be in 2 weeks as we're taking the week of Thanksgiving off for recording.
Yay!
Which means the actual skip week, the release date will be the week after Thanksgiving, but that's because we forgot to announce the break earlier. Enjoy this episode on Thanksgiving week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks from that. Except that we have, in a day or two in real time, we have the old sightseeing log dropping. Please enjoy some more of Jen's Final Fantasy VI adventures. So, I do not know if this is a spoiler for like later content. It's not also like a secret, but when I was doing my "Is there anything else about Matoya to talk about during this episode" thing, I came across her backstory in the encyclopedia, which is largely about Y'shtola. And I think this might come up later on, but also it's not so like deep as to be like a spoiler. But if you want to cover this organically, then maybe sign off, or maybe it's only in the supplementary content. I have no idea. So here we go, Jin. Y'shtola was assigned to Matoya when she was very young, when Y'shtola was very young, like 7 years old. Matoya hated this entirely. She's like, this is bullshit. You guys are just like
I'm
giving
not a
me this
fucking
bullshit.
babysitter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she decided to kind of sabotage Y'shtola by giving her the most bullshit tasks possible. Here's some college level material for you, little baby Y'shtola. Y'shtola, though, she sucked it up and she did it. Through her persistence, she won over Matoya, but Matoya was like, I'm going to fucking flunk you and get you out of my hair ASAP.
Amazing.
So that is the hidden backstory of their troubled past.
I want a movie about that.
It'd be pretty fun.
I want a fucking feature-length film about that whole thing.
It'd be pretty fun. There'd be brooms and frogs. It'd be great.
Can you imagine?
I can. I am right now, Jin. It's happening.
And then we have like an epilogue, and it's like Matoya present day, and Y'shtola's all grown up, and she's a woman now, and
Matoya has forgotten all about
like,
her because of her traumas.
I miss you when you were a kid. Oh, those were the best years
But
of my life,
she's
but I
not,
didn't know it
Jen.
at the time.
She's not, because she shut those memories away. It'd be a tragic ending where Y'shtola leaves and Matoya seals away her memories in her broom.
Oh my dude.
And then in the future,
I'd watch the shit out of that. Whoever directed Stardust, get on board with the Y'shtola Matoya situation. Let's get a script going.
That is it, Jen. We'll see you next time for the Great Google Library.
And that will do it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for listening. And if you're around town, look out for my bounty posters. I am known as the Pink Tropical Depression. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can at podreturnffxiv@gmail.com. We are on the blue sky at podreturnffxiv. You can check the show notes for our Discord, get up in there, share some pictures, get on some group runs, do some very fun stuff. And our link to the official podcast t-shirt is there as well. So check it out. You can also put it on, I don't know, like tote bags and shiz. It's pretty cute. Levi did it. Yeah. And last but not least, our Patreon, patreon.com/podreturnffxiv. If you want to support the pod, we got a couple different tiers for you. We got the $1 a month where you get access to some other content that includes the seasonal events from 14. We talk about the tabletop RPG, card games, any other peripheral stuff that pops up like that. And then for $2 a month, you get access to our bonus series. That's the Sightseeing Log. This season, we are playing, or rather I'm playing, Final Fantasy VI. Never played it before, and it's been pretty fun figuring that shit out. And Levi is enjoying watching me fumble my way through it. And with that, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a good day or night, and we will see you next time.